Previously on the channel, I showed you the Radiodity HF-009 antenna. Today on the channel, I'm going to show you the HF-010, the HF-010 antenna. Could you tell which one was which already? So side by side, there's really not that much difference. This one has a red D for Radiodity, and then this one here is ever so slightly smaller. Not much, just very slightly smaller. And that even might be an optical illusion. I'm not 100% sure there. But where it really counts is what's inside. I have shown you and demonstrated the HF-009 antenna quite a few times on the channel before, including how to tune it up and what kind of coverage it gets. The HF-010 isn't really all that much difference in terms of the basics, but it does come with some extras. I have seen the inside of the 09, obviously, because I've shown it to you, but I haven't seen the 10 until now, so let's take a look together. First off, this is the 9. You get the regular coil that gets you down to 60 meters, 2 extension poles, a ground spike, and a telescopic whip, and then in this compartment up top, you get the instructions, some what appears to be RG58 coax, a coax adapter from SO239 to BNC, and 3 ground radials, and they all get up nice in the case. Now on the new one, let's open this together for the first time. All right, we have a little bit of foam, and that might have been in the old one, I don't know. Maybe if it was, I got rid of it. So we have the user manual. Pretty nicely done. My friend Michael makes these, and he does a really good job on these. So, good there. It looks like we have a wire winder for the coax, a tape measure, 3 individual wire winders for the ground radials. We have something new in the box, a non-adjustable 80-meter coil. And then this is new also. This is a tripod. That goes out pretty wide. That's pretty nice. And looks like there's a stud on the bottom and maybe a stud on the top, or does that same stud go all the way through? Looks like you get the same 2 extension poles, the same main coil, and this one here says 5 to 18 megahertz. So let's compare them side by side. Yeah, they look like they're about the same size. And then something new that they did is the ground spike actually comes in 2 pieces. So this here you would mount on top of the tripod, so you can still attach your coax and your ground radials in your 3 ground radial spots. And then your ground spike itself is completely separate. All right, so this is an interesting little diagram. It shows the antenna attached to the adapter where you plug your coax and your ground radials in, which is then attached to your tripod, which is then attached to the ground spike. So you have the ability to spike this in the ground and also give it a little bit of sideways stability. So it depends on whether you're allowed to put it in the ground or not, depending on what park or national forest or whatever you happen to be in, or if your soil is really muddy and the ground's not going to hold it, or if it's a really high windy day and the tripod's not going to hold it. So lots of versatility. I don't know how well it's going to show up in the sun, but the new coax does say right on it that it's RG58 AU coaxial cable, so we know for a fact what this is now. This little orange tab here is pretty neat. That's actually a stopper, and this yellow piece rides on ball bearings inside of the green piece, and you can almost hear them a little bit in there. So if you take this orange stopper and pull it back, it locks into place, and that allows this to spin freely, so you can pull your coax out. And then there's a little winder knob here that you can use to wind it back, and that folds flat, so it's good for storage. And then push that guy back out, and it'll turn and lock itself in place if I had more than one hand. But easy enough with 2 hands. All set. And then these are your radial wire winders. Let's pop the seal. There are some markers on there. Why do we have markers on there? See, there's a little white marker there. Let's check the manual for that. Another white marker, and then at the end, it's fixed in place. So that ain't going nowhere. But this is a small enough wire that it's actually easy enough to wind up back onto the coil. So a quick check of the owner's manual, and it tells me about those little white markings on the radial wires. White markings indicate 1 meter intervals. After insertion into ground wire holes, straighten and distribute evenly in 3 equal parts, unwound as required. And it tells you 1 meter for 50 megahertz, 2 meters for 28.5, 25, 21.4 megahertz, 3 meters for 14.2 megahertz, full length for 7 megahertz or 5.5 megahertz, and then for 3.56 for 80 meters, no ground wire at all. Interesting. And then inside of the manual, there is a nice little chart here that tells you how many extension rods to use, and it looks like for all bands you use all extension rods, how many adjustable loading coils you use. So for 60, 40, 20, and 17, you use the loading coil, and for 15, 12, 11, 10, and 6, you do not. And for 80 meters, you do not. And then the fixed loading coil you use for 80 meters only without the sliding coil. And then the telescopic whip is used for every single band, and the radials are used for everything except for 80 meters. Excellent. And then on the next page over here, it tells you how long to extend the telescopic whip in order to get good SWR on the band. And then honestly, it's a lot better to have these coils, even if they don't have any specific, like handle windy thing on them, which you could add pretty easily. Because otherwise, on the old antenna system, these got tangled up quite a bit, and I spent a lot of time detangling them. Yeah, you can add your own wire winders, but it comes with them. So, bonus. And then for the ultimate in versatility, Radiality also has this adapter for you, which takes your SO-239 mag mount and converts it into a 3/8 24 stud for use with your HF-009 or your HF-10 antenna. This is sold as a separate item, or you can get it bundled with the HF-010. I'm not 100% sure on the HF-009, but I know it's a bundle on the HF-0010 if that's something that interests you, and it is pretty beefy. And then one last thing you get in the bag is this inflatable donut. And it's not for medical purposes. It is actually for you to put water in, and it holds enough water to weigh down the tripod, and there is a circle in the center of it. You might need to pre-game a little bit if you're gonna fill this thing with water somehow. And it's funny because they sent these with us to Hamcation in Orlando, but they did not send us the 010 antenna, so I had no idea what it was for. But there you go. It inflates up with water and goes over the antenna to weigh it down for you. All right, let's use the most scientific device I have, the kitchen scale. We don't want grams. We want pounds and ounces. All right, go to 0 like you're supposed to. There you go. This is, no, 0. Stay at 0. This, stop it. It's like if I show it the antenna, it's like, no, you weigh something. Look at that. Wow, really? Okay. With a small margin of error, let's just call it that, 4 pounds, 5 ounces, and this is for the older version without the colorful logo. Back to 0, stop it. And the newer version, 5 pounds, 13 ounces, 13.25. The scale only does this now that I'm on camera. It's camera shy. There we go. 5 pounds, 13.6 ounces for the new one with the color logo. So how do you pick which one you want? If you are the never 80 meter type, then obviously the HF-009 will do you just fine. If you are extremely weight conscious, the HF-009 will do you just fine, but there's also plenty of other lightweight antennas out there. The HF-010, if you don't have one at all, is probably the one-stop shop to get you on all the bands all at once with one case, and if you wanted to shed some weight, you could leave some stuff at home. So lots of versatility with lots of versatility with both the antennas. I will leave a link to both of these in the description down below, including a discount code for $15 off of either one that you choose, or both if you choose. And if you want to see the kind of coverage pattern that this type of antenna will get, or how to tune this type of antenna, I've got videos for you. Coverage pattern here and tuning here. And that's for the 09. We'll have some more on the 010 coming out, but I didn't want this video to get to be too long on you. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.